Hi, I'm Dan Koleski, and I want to talk to you about just a little trick for screencasting that is just going to make your life absolutely happy. um, Oftentimes, when people are creating screencasts, there's two things that need to be done that just really improve the quality of the screencast. One is being able to draw on the screen directly, and the other one is being able to zoom to specific areas of the screen so that people can see what you're doing. Because if you record your entire screen like I'm doing right now, then people are going to have difficulty seeing what's specifically on the screen, because this video, if it's scrunched into YouTube or scrunched onto your website, it's just going to be too small, and people are going to have difficulty reading specific things and stuff like that. So in order to make sure that the piece of the screen that I'm talking about, whether it's a presentation or I'm showing someone a very specific thing about a website or any of those things, zooming in so that you can see it and drawing on the screen like with a little marker or something really helps to highlight what you're speaking about. Now, people often use tools like Camtasia Studio or ScreenFlow or some of these really high-end, nice, well, not super high-end, but really nice screencasting applications to do this in post-production, which means that you record the screen, and then after you've done the recording, you do all the zoom and the annotations and stuff like that. Camtasia actually can do the screen drawing live, but the zooming it does in post, and it does a pretty good job of it on its own. It has a little smart zoom feature that tracks your mouse around the screen, but ultimately you end up having to go back through your entire video, and it quite literally doubles the production time of your videos. Which, if you have a long screencast like 40 minutes, that means that you're going to be spending at least 40 minutes making sure that people can actually see what you're talking about. But I have just found a tool that solves all of that, and that tool is a really nifty little freebie tool called Zoomit, which you can see right here. Let's take a little zoom on that, and that's exactly what Zoomit does. Is it lets you zoom in on specific areas of your screen, and then you do that by just pressing Control 1, and then if you press the left mouse button, it gives you an arrow, so you can circle it. And you have to forgive me, I'm doing this with a touchpad, so I'm not a great drawer, but if you can draw anywhere on the screen, and as you can see right now, the screen is frozen. Zoomit is still highlighted even though I've moved the mouse elsewhere, but you can actually zoom live as well, so you can have a mouse in while you're zoomed in, which is just fantastic. So the drawing and the zooming is exactly what this program is all about. I've included a link to this with this video, and I really would encourage you to check it out. Let's just take a quick second, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how to use Zoomit. The first thing that you need to do is just launch the program, and then what's going to happen is it's going to show up down in your start bar. And after that, you have shortcut keys, and the shortcut keys, the default ones that are set, are already pretty good keys. You can hit Control 1 does the zooming that I'm doing right now. So you would hold Control and press 1, and it would zoom in, and you would hold Control and press 1, and it'll zoom back out. If you're zoomed in, then your mouse wheel is going to change the level of zoom, and as you can see, you can go in pretty far. Not that you really need to, but you can get a really nice piece of the screen with the zoom. Moving the mouse will move the zoom around the screen when you're pressing Control 1, so that's just really nice. If you press the left mouse button, which is a left click, then it turns into a pen. You can't move the screen anymore, but you can draw. You can see my terrible drawing skills. If you right click after you've left click it will turn back into the move the screen around thing. So then the high is still there, and that's really cool. Once you press Control 1 again after you've zoomed in and you've drawn on the screen, it will erase your drawing. So keep that in mind. If you want to not erase the drawing and you've zoomed in, we'll just do a quick high again. Then just use the mouse wheel, and then you can zoom back out and keep your drawing on the screen. Keep in mind when you press Control 1, what it actually does is takes a screenshot of your screen and overlays that, so you are not actually seeing a live version of your screen. If you want to do that, then what you do is you press Control 4. And Control 4 leaves the mouse on your screen so that you can actually move around. And then to draw, you would press Control 2, which would give you the ability to draw on the screen. Pressing Control 1 would stop the drawing from happening, but you'll stay zoomed in until you press Control 4 again. When you're zoomed in with Control 4, where you have the live zoom, where you have the mouse ability, you can zoom in and out by pressing Control and the up arrow or the down arrow, and that will change the level of zoom. The mouse wheel will not work because the mouse wheel needs to be used for actually moving the mouse. So that's Zoomit. Zoomit is a really fantastic little piece of software. And, all right, we got to make sure that we're back to normal. Now, if you are just on the screen and you just want to do a little drawing, then you can always just press Control 2 to draw anywhere on the screen. You don't need to have permission to do that. One other thing that I wanted to note before I let you go is that when you're drawing on the screen, at any time when you're drawing, so you have your little pen out, let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. And let's say that you want to actually write a note. Like I've been just drawing high on the screen a lot, and you know what, to be honest, drawing high takes a little bit of work. If you hit the letter T when you have your pen out, it will switch to a cursor, and you can just type it. And then you can hit escape, and that will stop the typing, and then you go back to your pen. And then that way you can use the keyboard to type messages that are a little bit more advanced than what you could draw with your pen. So Zoomit gives you quite a bit of control over what you can do live. And once you're done, your screencast will be pretty much production ready, and you just need to tack on a nice quick intro and outro. Make sure it's all cleaned up a little bit. Maybe put a little bit of a soundtrack underscore or something, but realistically, you're done. It's over. There's nothing else that needs to be done for your screencast. So that's Zoomit, and I hope that you've enjoyed the screencast, and I look forward to helping you make video in the future.